The Silent Map, the third tale in the Mindfulness True Tales series, by InnerQuest. It was a quiet night. Nalia sat by her window, the stars above shimmering like 1,000 tiny whispers. She rested her chin in her hands, watching the night sky, while her mind refused to rest. Thoughts bounced around, some loud, some fleeting, all demanding her attention. They rushed in waves, questions, plans, worries, memories. And then, as if the night itself took pity on her restlessness, a soft whisper broke through the noise. "Nalia," it called, so gentle that she wondered if she had imagined it. She froze, listening. "You must find the silent map," the voice continued. "It is waiting within you, beneath the noise." Her chest tightened. A map within me? She thought. The whisper gave no more answers, only fading into the stillness of the stars. Yet one word stayed with her. Beneath. The next morning, she walked to the lake. Its surface rippled with the breeze, reflecting the morning sun in scattered fragments. Nalia sat by the edge and stared into the water. But her mind would not quiet. Thoughts darted in and out, like fish breaking the surface. What if I never find it? What if this is all just my imagination? She sighed and closed her eyes. The lake was restless, much like her mind. The ripples distorted the reflection of the sky, making it impossible to see the water's depths. Her breath, shallow at first, began to deepen. She inhaled slowly, feeling the coolness of the air. As her breathing softened, so did her thoughts. The ripples on the lake smoothed, its surface turning calm. When she opened her eyes again, she could see faint shapes beneath the water, stones resting at the bottom, quiet and unmoving. She left the lake and stepped into the forest. The crunch of leaves under her feet sounded sharp at first, echoing in the quiet. As she walked, she slowed her pace, tuning in to the rhythm of her steps. Left, right, left, right. The forest opened itself to her senses. The air smelled of damp earth and pine, rich and grounding. A faint sweetness lingered, perhaps from distant wildflowers hidden in the undergrowth. The sunlight spilled through the branches in golden streaks, dancing on the ground with the gentle sway of the trees. Her ears caught the layered symphony of the forest, the whisper of leaves brushing against one another, the distant trill of a bird, its song rising and falling like a melody, meant just for her. A squirrel scurried across a fallen branch, its tiny feet tapping in rhythm. She let her hand brush against the rough bark of a tree as she passed, feeling its texture, ancient, solid, unchanging. Each step brought her deeper into the present, as if the forest itself was guiding her to slow down and notice everything she had once rushed past. Her thoughts came and went, but she didn't follow them. Instead, she focused on the sensations. The coolness of the shade, the warmth of a sunbeam that touched her face, the soft pull of her breath as she inhaled deeply. She noticed that the forest wasn't silent, but its sounds weren't chaotic either. Everything moved with a quiet purpose. Every sound, every smell, every flicker of light seemed to flow together in harmony, reminding her that she too could simply exist without forcing anything. Nadia smiled, realizing that she didn't have to chase her thoughts. She didn't have to fight them either. Like the sounds of the forest, her thoughts could come and go, while she remained steady, aware, grounded, and at peace. That evening, Nadia returned to the lake. The water was perfectly still now, reflecting the stars above in crystal clarity. She sat quietly, letting the night wrap around her like a soft blanket. And then, in the stillness, she felt it. A presence, not outside her but within. It wasn't a voice or a shape. It was a knowing, a gentle certainty that had always been there, waiting beneath the noise. She closed her eyes and followed the feeling deeper, past the scattered thoughts, past even the part of her that was observing them. And there it was. The silent map wasn't something to be drawn or written. It wasn't a place she could go. It was a stillness that revealed what was always true. It didn't speak in words, but in clarity. A quiet truth that settled into her like the stars settling into the sky. Nalia opened her eyes and gazed at the still water. The map had always been there, hidden beneath the waves of her mind. She just needed the quiet to see it. Her mind, like the lake, would have ripples and waves again, but she knew now that the stillness was always there, waiting beneath the surface. In that moment, Nalia realized that what she had been searching for wasn't something to be found. It had always been within her. And so she smiled, knowing that whatever it is you seek, it is already within you, waiting in the stillness to be discovered. Thank you for listening to this story, part of the Layers of the Mind series. If you enjoyed this tale, please consider subscribing and sharing it with others. Your support helps me create more stories like this, to guide and inspire deeper moments of mindfulness.